They told you it was healthy. Your doctor probably said it was fine. Even the food packaging itself says things like low fat, heart healthy, or natural. But what if I told you that one of the foods you're eating in the evening, maybe even every night, is quietly destroying your sleep, aging your brain faster, and making you feel tired and foggy even after 8 hours in bed? Now, here's the real kicker. You've probably never heard anything about this. Most people over 50 have no idea this is even happening. And I don't blame you. You see, most sleep problems after age 50 aren't just about hormones or aging. They're about your blood sugar, your gut, and yes, your late-night eating habits. Let me ask you something. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, not just once, but consistently, around 1, 2, or 3 a.m., your heart racing, maybe you're sweating a little and you can't fall back asleep? That's not just stress. That's not just getting older. That's your body reacting to a blood sugar crash, and it's likely triggered by something you ate hours earlier. Here's where it gets scary. Even some of the foods labeled as healthy bedtime snacks are actually spiking your insulin, messing with your nervous system, and stopping your brain from entering deep, restorative sleep. And without that kind of sleep, you age faster. You forget things more easily. Your joints hurt more. And worst of all, your risk for conditions like dementia and Alzheimer's skyrockets. But don't worry, you can fix it. In today's video, I'm going to show you the 5 worst foods to eat after 6 p.m., especially if you're over 50, and what to eat instead to protect your sleep, your brain, and your energy. And stay with me until the end, because I'll share the one unexpected nighttime food that not only helps you sleep longer, but actually helps your body repair itself while you sleep. Food number 1, fruit. Yes, even the healthy ones. You've been told for decades that fruit is one of the healthiest things you can eat. Doctors recommend it. Nutritionists praise it. Supermarkets even have entire sections devoted to colorful, fresh, vitamin-rich options. So when I say that eating fruit in the evening, especially after 6 p.m., might be quietly wrecking your sleep, I know it sounds like blasphemy. But let's break it down. Fruit contains something called fructose, a natural sugar. Unlike glucose, which your body uses for immediate energy, fructose is processed in the liver. In small amounts, that's not a big deal. But when you're over 50, your liver becomes more sensitive and less efficient at processing sugar spikes. And here's the twist. Many fruits, even the ones considered healthy, are loaded with natural sugars that still behave like sugar in your bloodstream. Now let me paint you a picture. You eat a bowl of grapes or a banana around 8 p.m. Seems harmless, right? But what you've just done is quietly elevated your blood sugar right before bed. It feels good at first, even relaxing, but a few hours later, something happens. Your blood sugar starts to crash. When this happens during sleep, your body perceives it as a threat. Yes, really, a sudden drop in glucose triggers the release of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline to bring your levels back up. And guess what happens when cortisol and adrenaline hit your system at 2 a.m.? You wake up. Maybe not fully. Maybe just tossing, turning, a racing mind, or an anxious feeling you can't explain. But you're pulled out of the most critical phase of your rest, deep sleep. And it doesn't stop there. Repeated sugar spikes and crashes at night can damage your sleep cycle over time. You start feeling more fatigued in the morning. You forget words, names, appointments. You rely more on coffee to function. And worst of all, your body misses out on the overnight repair process it desperately needs after 50. Here's something even more surprising. Some healthy evening fruit habits are among the worst offenders. A smoothie before bed? That's sugar in a glass. A handful of dates or dried fruit as a late-night snack? That's basically candy. Even an apple or orange, eaten at the wrong time, can destabilize your sleep. I'm not saying fruit is bad, it's not. But timing matters. If you love fruit, eat it before 2 p.m. That's when your insulin sensitivity is highest. Save your evening for foods that support calmness, blood sugar stability, and melatonin production. Because good sleep doesn't start when your head hits the pillow. It starts with the choices you make hours before. Before we proceed, take a moment to support us by hitting the subscribe button. Like and comment so other seniors can come across this. Food number 2. Yogurt and milk-based snacks. Imagine this. It's 9 p.m. You've had a long day. You want something light, maybe comforting, to help you wind down. You open the fridge and reach for a small bowl of yogurt or pour yourself a warm glass of milk. Because you've heard it your whole life. Dairy helps you sleep, right? Wrong. For many people over 50, that innocent evening snack could be the exact reason you're tossing and turning all night. Let's break it down. As we age, the body's ability to digest lactose, the sugar found in milk, declines. This isn't a rare condition, it's normal aging. In fact, over 68% of the global population has some level of lactose intolerance. You may not even notice it. There may be no bloating, no cramping, but inside your gut, inflammation is brewing. Silent, chronic, and incredibly disruptive, especially while your body tries to rest and recover. That's not all. Most commercial yogurts, even the ones that say Greek or natural, are loaded with added sugars. And just like with fruit, that sugar spikes your blood sugar before bed, only to crash it hours later, setting off a hormonal alarm that jolts your brain awake when you should be deep in dreamland. Even unsweetened yogurt can be problematic. Why? Because it still contains lactose, a sugar, and it can still interfere with deep sleep quality, particularly for people over 50 whose digestive enzymes aren't as robust as they used to be. Now let's talk about another hidden enemy, casein, the main protein found in milk. While some bodies handle casein just fine, many people develop delayed allergic reactions to it with age. It's not the kind of allergy that makes your throat swell. It's the kind that causes subtle, chronic inflammation, especially in the sinuses, joints, and gut. Inflammation that can cause snoring, restless legs, shallow breathing, and more wake-ups during the night. And what's worse? You wake up groggy and don't know why. You blame stress, or aging, or bad sleep habits. But really, it could be that glass of milk or cup of yogurt you had hours earlier sabotaging you in the background. The solution? If you love dairy, try having it earlier in the day, before 3 p.m. And pay attention. Try going dairy-free for 5 nights in a row. See how you sleep. If your dreams are deeper, your mornings are sharper, and you feel more rested, your body is sending you a message loud and clear. After 50, it's not just what you eat, it's when and how well your body can handle it. Food number 3, processed meats. Let me ask you something. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with a dry mouth? Maybe your heart was racing. Maybe you had to get up to drink water or use the bathroom. You chalk it up to aging, maybe hormones. But what if it wasn't your age at all? What if it was that slice of turkey or ham you had with dinner? Most people don't realize this, but processed meats, things like deli turkey, ham, sausages, bacon, and even that grilled chicken from the supermarket rotisserie, are loaded with hidden salts and preservatives that can quietly mess with your body for hours. Here's how it happens. You eat a seemingly harmless dinner, a sandwich, a wrap, a few pieces of charcuterie. It feels light, it's low carb, and it even fits into your healthy eating plan. But within that meal is a massive sodium load, often double or triple what your body needs for the day. Especially after 50, when your kidneys and cardiovascular system are more sensitive. That excess salt does something tricky. It dehydrates you from the inside out. You might not feel thirsty right away, but as the hours pass, your body tries to restore balance by pulling water out of your cells into your bloodstream to dilute the salt. This creates internal stress. Your blood pressure rises, your heart rate subtly increases, your kidneys kick into overdrive trying to flush the salt out. And all of this, while you're trying to sleep. You might fall asleep okay, but later, usually between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., you'll stir. Your body's internal alarm is going off. You feel slightly wired, maybe hot, maybe you need to pee. And once you're up, getting back into deep sleep becomes 10 times harder. Even worse? Most processed meats contain preservatives like sodium nitrate and MSG, both linked to disrupted REM sleep, headaches, and inflammation. And inflammation at night doesn't just mean restlessness. It means your brain, joints, and organs miss their crucial repair window, the one they need every night to fight aging and disease. The result? You wake up with puffiness, stiffness, brain fog, and that cycle repeats, night after night. So here's the truth. If you're eating processed meat after 6 p.m., your body is going to war while you sleep, and you're paying the price in silence. What to do instead? If you must have meat at night, go fresh and unprocessed. Grilled salmon, organic chicken breast, lentil or chickpea patties if you're plant-based. These options give you the protein you need without the sodium bombs and sleep-wrecking chemicals. After 50, your body becomes more sensitive, but with small shifts, it can also become incredibly resilient. Food number 4, caffeine. After 2 p.m., you think it's just a cup of tea or a square of dark chocolate, or maybe an innocent sip of that decaf coffee in the evening. But what if I told you that tiny amount of caffeine could be stealing hours of deep sleep from you without you even realizing it? Let's be honest. Most of us were told that caffeine is just a stay-awake drug. But here's the deeper truth. Caffeine doesn't just keep you awake. It blocks your brain's ability to fall into deep, restorative rest. And this is a massive problem after 50. Here's why. Your body's natural melatonin production, the hormone that tells your body when it's time to wind down, declines with age. That means your internal sleep clock is already struggling to function the way it used to. Now throw in caffeine? You're essentially cutting the wires to your body's alarm system. Let's talk timing. Most people assume if I drink my coffee before dinner, I'm fine. But caffeine can stay in your bloodstream for up to 10 hours. Yes, 10 hours. So that 2 p.m. iced coffee, that green tea you had around 3:30, even that square of 70% dark chocolate after dinner, it's not gone. It's working against you, still stimulating your brain when it's supposed to be shutting down. Here's the kicker. You may still fall asleep, but caffeine blocks adenosine, the chemical that builds up in your brain and makes you feel tired. It tricks your brain into thinking it's alert, even when your body is exhausted. And what happens? You fall into light sleep, not the deep healing sleep your body desperately needs to repair, detox, and reset. You wake up feeling like you barely slept. Your brain feels foggy, your joints ache, your mood is low, and without realizing it, you reach for, another cup of caffeine to fix it. It's a trap, a vicious cycle. Now, what makes this even more dangerous for people over 50 is that your liver's ability to metabolize caffeine slows down. So while a 30-year-old may bounce back, your system is holding on to that stimulant way longer. And that delay? It's what robs you of deep sleep and keeps your nervous system overstimulated night after night. So what can you do? Here's a simple rule. Cut all caffeine by 2 p.m. That includes coffee. Yes, even decaf, it still has small amounts. Black and green tea, dark chocolate, pre-workout supplements or pain relievers that include caffeine. Replace them with herbal teas like chamomile, lemon balm, or rooibos, warm almond milk with cinnamon, magnesium-rich snacks in the evening. Your sleep will thank you, your brain will thank you. And in just 5 to 7 days, you might start waking up truly rested for the first time in years. Food number 5, diet soda. For decades, it's been sold as the guilt-free drink. No sugar, no calories, no problem, right? Wrong. Diet soda is one of the most misunderstood and dangerous substances when it comes to aging, sleep, and long-term health. And here's the brutal truth no one tells you. It may have 0 calories, but it comes with a heavy biological cost, especially if you're over 50. Let's start with the most obvious. Artificial sweeteners. Most diet sodas contain aspartame, sucralose, or acesulfame potassium, chemicals that trick your brain into thinking you've consumed sugar. And what happens next? Your insulin still spikes. Your brain gets confused. Your body prepares to process a real sugar load that never arrives. This disconnect can throw your metabolism out of rhythm and, over time, may contribute to insulin resistance, a key driver of prediabetes, belly fat, and inflammation. But the real damage happens at night. Studies have shown that people who consume artificial sweeteners, especially later in the day, report significantly more sleep disturbances. Why? Because these sweeteners stimulate the central nervous system and interfere with neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, both critical for sleep and emotional balance. Even worse, many diet sodas are also caffeinated. And as we covered earlier, caffeine can stay in your system for 8 to 10 hours, robbing you of the deep, restorative sleep your body desperately needs. But it doesn't stop there. Let's talk gut health, because the microbiome is your second brain. Artificial sweeteners have been found to destroy beneficial gut bacteria while feeding the harmful ones. This imbalance, called dysbiosis, leads to poor nutrient absorption, bloating and digestive issues, mood swings and anxiety, sleep disruption. And here's something that will shock you. A recent study from the Journal of Sleep Medicine found that women over 50 who consume diet soda regularly had a 40% higher chance of reporting sleep issues, including insomnia and nighttime waking. That's nearly half. So what should you do instead? First, don't be fooled by marketing. Just because something has 0 calories doesn't mean it's harmless. Replace diet sodas with sparkling water with fresh lemon or cucumber, herbal iced teas unsweetened, coconut water in moderation, infused water with berries, mint, or citrus. These drinks hydrate you, support your digestion, and gently nourish your body, not confuse it. Because after 50, your goal isn't just to avoid calories, it's to restore balance. And when you do that, your body responds with better sleep, sharper focus, less inflammation, and a noticeable glow that no skin cream can give you. Conclusion: the anti-aging recipe isn't in a pill. It's on your plate. Let's pause and breathe this in for a moment. You've just discovered the hidden truths behind 5 powerful foods, and more importantly, you've uncovered the subtle daily choices that could be draining your energy, wrecking your sleep, and aging your body from the inside out. This wasn't about trends. It wasn't about miracle cures. It was about awareness, and finally, reclaiming the health that belongs to you. You now know that sugar hides in places you'd least expect, and that even your morning yogurt could be accelerating aging. That alcohol, once seen as a relaxer, may be robbing you of the very rest your body craves. That even your afternoon coffee or comforting square of chocolate could be the reason you wake up tired. That diet soda, disguised as a health choice, could be silently damaging your sleep, gut, and hormones. And most importantly, you've seen that this journey isn't about cutting out joy. It's about adding in wisdom. Every time you choose foods that nourish your body, you're doing more than eating right. You're investing in sharper memory, deeper sleep, better mood, stronger joints, radiant skin, and a longer, more independent life. The beauty of aging well is this: it doesn't come from denial. It comes from decisions, one choice at a time. So now I want to ask you something. Which of these 5 foods are you going to take action on first? Let me know in the comments, because sharing your first step might inspire someone else to take theirs. And if this video spoke to you, if you found even one aha moment, please hit that like button and subscribe, because we're just getting started.